Hello. Uh, Good evening, class. We're going to start the session, and that session, what we learn in last session, that is introduction to operator, and we cover those in two parts. So there is a part one and part two, and the two video. Okay. I place here so you can check those video and you can review those training. Okay, whatever the training you miss out. And the you can check under Java tutorials. So I place all the tutorials with the respective that videos. So all 10 tutorials are already placed. You just click on it and you can see those tutorials here. Okay. So I'm talking about bitwise operator, left shift operator, right shift operator, and bitwise and bitwise off. So this example we have completed and we seen the output of what the same. So today the topic which I am covering, that is control statement. Those control statements are frequently used in all the programming languages, and those are actually selection statement, looping statement, and switch case kind of what statements are. So we will see the various loop, and we're going to see the various if forms and the switch case forms with the help of example. So let us see uh, in my MSNE uh, Java patch, I have placed the selection control statement nodes here. Okay, so I'm copying it and pasting inside the other batch material. So if you see the control statement here, so in this, I don't have any notes on control statement. Let me check this. Think AB details that I think is related. Let me check in other class. Yeah. So clicking on Core Java MVC first batch information, the classwork, and for uh, control statement. Uh, and since the assignment, okay, assignment 5 and 6. So, it's not that. So let's start again. So selection statement I'm talking about, and in that selection statement, we are using if. So if with the condition, so there are different if forms we are going to check it. So the first form of if is this. The syntax I'm writing here. The syntax means the method of writing the command. So here you require a if, and you are supposed to write an expression. If the expression holds true, then only it's going to execute the block along with these statements. So inside this block, you can write a single statement, or you can write a multiple statements. So this is a block, and this block is going to execute only when the expression holds true. Okay, so here I'm showing if the expression holds true, then it's going to execute the statement inside the block. And if the expression is not holds true, if it is false, then in that case the entire block is ignored by the compiler and control goes here somewhere. Okay. And it is always depends upon the expression result, true and false. Okay, so I'm talking about this. So let us understand with the help of example. So this is the first uh, a form I'm writing here, and here pressing this through, then this block is getting executed. And if it is false, then this part is going to execute. So this is true and the false part. Okay. Mm. So if you see the example here, simply write that checking whether number is greater than to check whether number is greater than 10. So here I'm taking a number from the user. So when you are taking any value from the user, you are going to use an object called as a scanner. Okay, so we are going to see the interactive program here before using this. So let us start and understand the interactive program. So I'm just typing a NetBeans here and checking understanding interactive program. This user is entering a value. Previously, we are assigning a value. Now we are taking an input from the user. So, as per data type, we are providing the input. So if you are handling the integer value, if you are handling real value, if you are taking the string value, and if you are taking some real float value or real value with a higher decimal precision. So in that case, accordingly, you are choosing a data type there. So let us take a two number from the users. For loading the NetBeans. NetBeans is taking heavy memory. So now the tutorial number. Clicking on the source. Project. So under my pack, tutorial number 11. Pressing right click and Java class. Tutorial number 11. Okay, and click on finish here. So I'm writing the comments that to understand the interactive program. Interactive program. Where user can, user can give input and take the runtime. So the people are using Java IO packages, but I'm trying to keep a simple package, util package, and I'm trying to create the object called scanner here. Okay, I'm choosing int number one and int number one to take the value from the user, and it is integer. So I'm not taking a number. I just want to show a different kind of data. So I'm taking a name of what the person. I'm taking a age of that person. I'm taking the salary of that person by using a float. Okay. And I want to handle the check a marital uh, objects marital status of that person, whether he is married or not. So accordingly, I will take the value is true or false, or yes or no. These are the different kind of data I'm handling here. I'm taking the value from user. Okay, I'm taking the input accordingly. So I need a scanner object. So scanner SC equal to SC is the name of the object, and in creating this is a reference object. So I need a new keyword here. So this is a new keyword which is used when you are defining a reference object. Okay, so what is the reference variable? SC is the reference variable. We are not yet handling the reference variable. So we are going to see soon after completing this. So I'm clicking here. So it's asking for import the respective util package, because scanner package, scanner class is defined inside it. So I have to uh, I have to import that. Then only it is initialized. So I'm importing this scanner package and showing the okay information here. So I'm just saving it and showing the scanner object, but it's required to whom you are from where you are taking the input. So I'm just saying it is an input object, and that's why I'm using system.in. So once I choose a system.in, then it's saying that you can take an input and SC is a object of what input. So you can compare this with a scene object, okay, in C++. So you know Cin. You can compare this with a scanf function, which you already use in C language. Okay. So if you already know some languages, then people are using this uh, objects for taking input. So I know what kind of input it is. So if I simply write, I want to assign a name, then I choose name equal to sc dot. So it's providing me a method, and there are various methods are there. And that methods are, if you look at the method which is used along with uh, that is a next method. So if you see next and so return data type is what a string. So if you simply assign a string kind of variable, then you have to choose a next, simple next here. So next method will accept the string value. Okay, and you can use this string value and you can take that value from the user. So saying that name, name, if there is a confusion between this and choosing a binding an object while saying still cannot find a symbol class mining. Oh, I forget to write public static void. Void. That is the reason this all those error occur. Right, a public static void main, and inside that I'm putting all those stuff. So here I'm writing age in salary and scanner object, and I'm using my name or simply name will do. Okay, so name and my name. So name object are there, so I can take the value, and if I want to handle age value, then I'm choosing sc dot next. So if you see it is an integer kind, then you have to choose a next in here. Okay, so you are taking the next in for each value, and if it is salary and you are taking a salary from the that, then sc will use a next called as a float here, because you are handling a float kind of what the value. So if you say marital maybe wrong. Okay, status equal to, and you're saying sc, and you are going to choose next and looking for a boolean. So the boolean values are there, or whatever is there, you are going to use that. But this is not a proper way of taking inputs. So it's only showing a cursor here. I purposely show that. So I don't know what is only cursor is blinking. I don't know what kind of input I should enter. So I'm entering my name here, Bangladesh. So I need always the some message before using or giving my. So if I'm writing my age, and then I'm writing my salary with some Okay, prefix because it is a float time, and if I'm writing the value here, the same input mismatch type. Okay, I'm going to use a value as a true value here. So I'm running this again. Okay, so again I'm using my name, and then my age, and then my salary. Okay, and then my marital status if I'm saying true. So all these are inputs I'm able to enter here. But remember, whenever you take any kind of input, you should use the message here before that. I'm not using a print event because I want to display the message, and besides that message I want to bring a cursor here. So now I can see that if I'm choosing ln here, so my uh, ln is equivalent to slash n which you are using, so my cursor will occur at next line here. So if you see the cursor occurred here next line, I want to put the cursor besides this. So instead of ln I should write print only. So it's only showing the input on a same line, not a mm, elsewhere. So I'm entering my name here, so I can see what kind of input I can enter here. So for every input, I should write the specific message before it. Okay. So it's just like a printf and what the scanf file. Okay. So here enter your age is the next input, and then I'm writing enter your salary. Okay. So I can understand what kind of input I can enter here. Okay. And the next is enter your marriage status. Okay. And here I'm writing the you should write a status in the form of true or false. Okay. I'm guiding him. You have to type true or false according instead of typing something else. So I'm choosing this now, saying enter your name. So I'm entering my name. I'm entering my age. I'm entering my salary. Okay, and I'm entering my marital status as a true here. Okay. All data I can enter, and that data I can print by using a simple system out of printing. Okay, your name is, your age is, your salary. I can copy or paste all this stuff here after entering the data. So um, whatever the data I have collected with the ASC object. Okay, that object pulled or initialize the memory variable. So I'm saying your age, your name, your age, and your salary, kind of the data I'm reprinting here. So remember, whenever you are using uh, the interactive program, so runtime initialization is taking place, and the people will initialize the variable at runtime instead of design time. So I can write name equal to ABC also. Okay, but every time n number of times if I'm compiling, the value is what, not a dynamic, it is a fixed value. And when I'm using uh, here the name, age, salary contents I can write here like name, age. So whatever the value entered by the user, so it's a dynamic value. So it's keep on changing, and it's depends upon the what you call it, the user's input. Whatever the user is taking an input, and next time if the inputs are different. So if I'm writing your name is Sukiram, okay, and if I'm writing entered and I'm saying he's a 24-year-old person and his salary is 15,000, and his marriage status is what the truth. So here I'm getting the information because I'm using print instead of what the print is. So if I'm choosing ln here, it's going to show all the data in next line. Okay. Uh, adding lint here. So instead of print, I can use lint. Okay, and next time if I'm entering a different data, so different values are entered here. So if I'm in Dukhiram and age is 24 and salary is 5,000 and marital status is one of the respective value are getting printed. So this is an interactive program where you can enter any input by using a scanner object. So now the next part we are talking about, that is the if loop. Okay, so real number. Wait, okay, and clicking on finish. And here understand the selection control. So to understand the selection control, okay, if we are going to see the if first form. So if form, if form is if with the expression, and we are using open this is curly braces and this is end curly braces. Okay, entry point and it's indicate that it is a block. If you having more than two statement, okay, so if you look at that, if expression don't have uh, the simple here, because it is considered as a single expression here, and simple comes under this. Okay, so it's not yet ended end, but this ending is taking place after all. And I'm going to show you the public static void main and intern the value. So taking a value from the user, intern number using system dot out. Then again, so enter, okay, any number. I will check whether the intern number is more or less than 10 or greater than. So I'm choosing a scanner object is C equal to new scanner and system dot in, uh, importing the respective package here. Scanner spelling is wrong. And, check. So it's going to give import the respective package here, that is under the util package, and scanner is a class here. So you can find out in a SRC folder. So whenever you install any Java folder here, so in your program files and inside Java folder, you will get any degree, any JDK file, and there is a library and there is a SRC folder. So if you click on SRC, it's going to open the libraries, the source libraries there. And once you open that source library, so you get n number of what the Java. So if you click on Java base and inside that Java, and there is a util, and in that util you will get a scanner object. So a scanner class. If you want to look at this scanner class, there is a scanner class, and when I open the scanner class, you can read the contents of the scanner class. So this is the scanner class defined uh, in a source, and you can find out the various okay methods. So next is a method here. So if I click on find the next method, so you will see the definition of what the next method. So it is a overloaded functions methods are there. So if you choose a next, so it's written data type is a string here. Okay, so I'll find out the next here. So here if you see next, and that is written data type is what the string here. And if you choose a next with if you're looking for a next with int. So it's the return data type is int here. So click on find next. So it's going to show the definition of what the next in here. Update a downward direction. I have check here. So this is a class which has data. The next in and its return data type is int here. So you can find out n number of methods which we are using, and you are not supposed to change those methods. So now I want to look for a number method. So I'm choosing next. I'm choosing a next. And, so whatever the number entered by the user, I'm going to check whether that number is greater than 10. If it is, then it's going to print the message that number is greater than greater than 10. So what I'm trying to tell you that this part is only execute when this condition holds true. Okay, and if it is false, then this entire block is ignored. And if it is a single statement, then you don't need to use the braces here. Okay, but it is a right practice to use a braces even though it has not the one single statement. Otherwise, what happens? If your if condition, there are two statements which is depends upon this condition, and if you forget to write this block here, so it will consider only the first statement as a part of what this, and the next statement is treated as okay a separate statement. So system dot output dot println say writing Hare Rama. Okay. Hare Krishna. And if I'm writing this kind of statement, so it's not depends upon the this condition because this is a totally a different statement. Only this statement is depends upon this condition. So let us see. So anyhow, this statement is going to execute here. So I'm running this file and so I'm entering a number. My number is suppose 9 here. So I purposely giving what the false statement. So it's only printing Hare Rama Hare Krishna because this is not depends upon on the this statement. Okay. So if I'm entering a greater number, entering a greater number 11 is going to print both number is greater than 10 and Hare Rama Hare Krishna. If you see the output here, both are available. What if I'm entering a number 10? So still it is not greater than 10. So it's not going to. But what if I'm putting everything in both the block? So uh, now these both the statement are the part of this block, and this block only execute when this condition holds true. Okay. So previously I'm not putting any block here. So if I'm entering a number 10, so it's not giving any kind of what the answer here. Okay, because it's ignored by the compiler because condition is not holds true. But if I'm writing 11 here, so condition holds true, 11 is greater than 10, and it's going to execute on the inner part. So this is about what the if form. And if you look at the if form, so there is another syntax you can see that is if else. Okay, and the information, the second form of if is same like as the first form, only that it has else part here. So what is this else part is there? So there is a else block. If the condition is not holds true, then else block is going to execute here. And, like if block is there, and similarly there is a else block. And if you want to execute something else here, okay, then you can type accordingly. So this is another form, and that is called as a if else. Okay, so I'm using the next form that is if else. Okay, and the people are using this second form, and the first form is only if. So if form and if else form are the two form of if, and you can write the message accordingly here. So I'm modifying this and I'm writing else part here. and in that I'm saying that the number is less than 10, less than or equal to 10. Okay, because maybe it is equal to 10 or less than 10. So uh, because in both the condition the information, so number is less than 10 or equal to 10. Okay, so whatever may be the condition here. Okay, so let us check. Okay, so here we are using this particular part and running this file, and we are entering the number that 10 is there, so it's being less than 10. So I'm if all are familiar with what this part, so I'm just giving an introduction of the next part, and I'm skipping the example. Okay, because there is a one request that the people know basic, and they want the they don't want to see all this part, because I thought that there are people because it's a core Java, and the people who are new to Java technology, and they are new to uh, the programming language. For them, I'm just taking this. Okay, so I have to take care of what all the people, okay, who are attending this. So let us see, there is a if else if part, and in that if else if part, okay, you can check the another condition inside it. Okay, and so this is a form, and you write the expression, and again you can check the expression inside the if also. Okay, and you can select those if condition. So this is another form where the people are checking the condition, another expression into it. So this is another condition. If you are choosing, then that is called as a if else part. And the next is a nested if. Inside the if, you are calling another if, and that is called as a nested if. So these are the frequently used form the people are using. So I'm just showing the condition here, and only syntax. So you can try out at home by applying this. So I'm using if inside another if. That is called as a nested if, and the people can check the outer information about the expression, and the people can check the if condition inside. Okay, so this is called as a nested if. So the next part after control statement selection statement is a for loop. Okay, so uh, and the looping statements, I'm choosing a looping statement here, and just giving a part example here. Are already knowing that. So all these are three looping statement, and the one is a while, and second is the do while, and third is the for loop. Okay, fourth one is for each. Okay, so we are going to see in one example only. I'm just choosing tutorial number uh, 12 here. Okay, and you 13, and you already know this, so only fast part I'm thinking. So here to understand public statement here. So I'm taking a simple example and modifying the same with the other public static void main. And so suppose if I'm choosing a while, and initialization is required, using initialization I equal to 1, and I'm writing a condition I is less than or equal to 10, and then I'm printing the whatever the iteration I want to check. I will show that iteration accordingly. So when I'm using this, so this is called as initialization. So you always initialize the starting variable, then you create the expression, and if you are not using the uh, expression where it will stop your loop, so you require an increment or decrement operator here. Okay, otherwise it may be the it may not may it is infinite loop in that case. So if you forget to uh, not implementing the increment and decrement, so it's printing a number here. So if checking 1 is less than 10, the condition holds true, so it's going to print 1. And I plus plus the contents of I 1 become a 2 here. So it's keep on checking a number unless and until it reach at 11. So when it's reach at 11, so 11 is not less than 10. So at that time, the while loop is not executed here. So in this case, the people are using and printing the value 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 here. Okay, so whatever the numbers you whatever the expression you are going to execute uh, on the base of condition. Okay, it's not a printing a number, it is whatever inside the while loop you are executing those unless and until the condition holds true. So I'm executing printing high. Okay, 10 times because condition holds 10 times. So if I want to print 100 times, then it will print 100 highs on the output. So if you count these highs, the total number of highs are 100. So you it depends upon your wish how much time you want to execute, and that's why it is called as a looping statement. Okay, so in while loop the condition check first, and in do while loop the condition check afterwards. So if I'm choosing do here and if I'm choosing a while afterward, okay, and if I'm choosing this while I is less than or equal to 10, so same output you will get here. Only the difference is the condition check afterward. Okay, so if I'm running this, then it's going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I 10 times are printing I here. So here also it's going to print number I equal to. What if I'm using 11 here? So in that case, the condition holds false, but that condition will check afterward. So it's going to print 11 and then after that the condition is checked. Okay, and you will get the output 11 and then after that the condition is not holds true, so it's not returning back to the do while. Okay, so in case of while, and if you are using a while and if you are writing I is less than or equal to 10 here, so it will not execute or come inside because the condition check first. So that is the difference between the while and do. So it's not showing any output here, but in do while it is showing that output here. And then there is a for loop. Okay, so another part is, so it depends upon your wish. You want to use a for loop or not, or while loop. So the people are using a for loop frequently, but you can use any loop here. So from writing I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 10, and if I'm using I plus plus, then initialization, expression, and increment decrement operator condition which keep group finite, all are putting together in one basis and choosing a semicolon. Okay, and you will see the output here, and you will get that output 1 to 10. So it depends upon your wish what you are going to do. Okay, so this is tutorial number 10, and in that you learn the use of for loop. So there are for each loop, but I will explain this for each loop when we are handling array here. Okay, and array is a one kind of what the Java collection, and it's a part of data structure. Okay, and there is a one more last part, that is a switch case. And if you having the n number of cases and we want to create the simple calculator here, then you can use those menu driven program by creating the switch case. So here I'm taking the number from the user and I want I'm actually using menu driven program. So here I'm saying uh, that the choose operation and I'm using these operations and creating the addition, subtraction, multiplication as per user choice. Okay, so it's a menu driven program the people are using. So I need the addition here. So the people are choosing addition as one of the operations. Okay, they make addition, subtraction, then multiplication and division. Okay. So these are the four operations and and I'm asking the user to enter a choice. So using operation, say enter your choice. Choice is from 1 to 4. Okay, so people will enter choice and for that have to give choice. I'm taking a choice as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I need a scanner object here. And the scanner object is C new scanner. Okay, and I'm using system dot in here. So need to take a choice from the user. So choice equal to sc dot I'm choosing the next image and passing a switch case and sending a choice and I have a choice. There are four cases, so I'm going to create a case one and case two and case three and case four and the last one is a default case. If the choice is not from 1, 2, 3, 4 at that time, it will print some error message. Okay, that is enter the choice invalid choice. I can say enter and and say it is enter again, and the people will get. And I'm writing introducing a result variable here and just printing the result for example. So I need a result. So if I choose a result equal to number one plus number two, every time my single variable result is keep on changing here. Just copying number one, number two contents, and these are the two numbers. Switch case is used according. So you see the number one, number two. It's saying that you have to initialize this because initially I'm using a number both the number as zero because I want to use um, okay generate a runtime here. So I'm just copying pasting it. The second result is subtraction and the third is a multiplication and the fourth one is the division. What if I'm not writing, choosing a one part and if I'm simply keep on executing these choices? So it's going to execute the next result automatically unless and until if you are not using a break along this. So once the uh, first execution are taking place, we have to break the loop here and it will bring a control out of what that loop and it will not execute other cases here. Okay, and that is the reason we need a break in switch cases. Then you are going to print the system dot out print again and write a result equal to, so whatever may be a result you are going to print that result here. So it's required initialization of result also. Okay, and so if you see this menu driven program. So I'm choosing and say it's giving me addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So, but I'm not yet taking any kind of what the input here. So before executing the number, so I have to take the value from the enter two numbers. I can simultaneously enter this by using number one equal to sc dot next in. Instead of separately taking the numbers, I'm enter this number by in one statement. Whatever the number I enter, that will display it. So I'm just writing. So if I choose a choice, I want a choice as a one here. I want to do addition. So I choose a 12 and 3 here. So it's giving me a result 50. What if I want to continue this again? So I can choose something called as a do while. So uh, and in the this do while loop, it's going to show the all the variable again. So I like to call this do while loop again. Okay, and here I am supposed to write a condition. And choose while loop here, and I'm looking for while loop condition here. So after completing this, so this is the body of the while loop. So I'm using a while loop body here. Check the starting part of what we do, uh, ending part. So now somewhere here I'm taking system.out. I'm taking the permission. Do you wish to continue? Wish to continue? I'm taking yes or no from the user. And if the people are writing and checking the answers, okay, so I need a string answer here. Okay, so I'm introducing a string answer here, and initially it is y, small y or capital. Okay, so I'm using that answer equal to. Okay, and there is a sc dot next. So whatever the value is taken, so I'm choosing answer equals. Okay, and inside that I'm using capital Y R. So this is R operator, and I'm choosing equals here and small y. The people may use capital Y or small y. The answer is yes, small yes or capital yes. So it's going to call the do like while loop again, and it's going to show the main. Okay, so this is the way of do while loop where the people are using. So if I'm using addition and using 12 and 3, it's going to give a 15 result. But if I'm saying I wish to continue, if I'm saying yes, then the loop is calling again. And if I'm this time I'm using a multiplication, then I choose value accordingly. 12 and 3 are the two inputs, and the result is 36. And if I'm saying no, then stop coming out from the this. So this is the switch cases, and previously people are creating the menu driven program, and they are using do while loop and these situations. So moving to the next topic, because if you see, these are the various control statement I have covered. Okay, and now I'm going to explain the next topic, that is array here. Okay, so let us move to the topic. Okay, and you have to know the use of array, because array is differently handled in the Java. So I am creating a topic 7, and that is array. Okay, and I'm clicking on add here, and so for each I will complete once I complete the array. Okay. So let us move to the part of what the array. So what is an array? So array is a collection of similar kind of what kind of data type and only. So if you see the type of array here, and if you look at the initialization of array and all other stuff. So if you see the array, yeah, show you a Java array here. So what I'm going to explain here, this is Java collection, and I'm only handling array. Java collection is a very important part. Okay, inside in interview, the people are asking about Java collection. So array is a linear data structure and is a collection of similar kind of data under one, and it is a reference name. So the way you are defined array in C++, you can't define right like this array in Java. So if you do so, then it will not okay accept the value. So it's giving error. So let us see and understand. So tutorial number 14, and here I'm giving introduction to array. And here I'm writing public void main. I'm declaring an array here. So suppose I want to declare array of number 10. Okay, and if I'm doing so, so it's saying that the declaration syntax. So you can't declare like this. So you have to use a array in the uh, you have to use the array in different form. So you have to use declare the array with some size. And so you telling that you are declaring array like this. So if I'm saying number with no size, and then I'm using new int, and if I'm putting a size inside. So this is the way where array declarations are taking place here. Okay. And array declaration are like you are choosing a data type, and you are saying that you are going to use an array size here. So if you see the syntax here, so data type with the array name and new data type and inside the size here. Okay. So if you see, I'm putting a size of 10, so it's going to declare a 10 location. So 10 locations, which is anomalous location. Anomalous location means no don't having any kind of what name here. So if I'm choosing, so there are five different locations are there. Okay, and only the single name. So name is nothing but the base address of an array here. I can say these are the address variable, address not variable. These are the address number here. Actually, it is in hexadecimal form, but for understanding, I'm taking the array size. So it is integer kind, and each integer is occupying 4 bytes. That's why if first address is 104, the next address element is 105, 109, 1013, and 1070. For just sake of understanding, I'm taking this address number. Actually, it is in this form here, 0x and ff something kind of what address is given in this form. Okay, so if you see these, it has a value 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, and if you want to access the array element, so you always access this array element by providing the number of steps. Actually, it is a number of steps from a reference. Okay, don't use this as a variable name. Okay, so there is no name given to what this location. All are anonymous, बेनामी नाम रहते हैं, कोई भी नाम नहीं रहता, एक ही नाम रहता है, और वहां से रेफरेंस से लोग क्या करते हैं, उसको एक्सेस करते हैं. For example, if I'm saying that this is a person, his reference is Salman, so I can say सलमान के लेफ्ट में और राइट में कुछ एलिमेंट्स मुझे एक्सेस करना. So the people will actually setting a offset instead of what the indexing. So don't talk about the indexing here. This is the offset here. And you always talking offset in the form of number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that offset is nothing but where you are, from where you are accessing the number. So you are saying I want to move the from the zero steps. So that means you want to access the first number here. Because that is why number of steps. So that is why the first element of array is always indexing is what the zero. No, so it's not indexing, it is an offset. But we people are always talking in the form of the language which is taught to us. Okay, and that's why we are saying zero. And even though we are not there to ask the people who are teaching us array, why zero, why not one? If I'm accessing the first element, it should be a one, it's not should, a zero here. So then people are giving answer that that indexing is always starting from zero, and this is a practice every programming language is doing, and you should use zero number to access the first element. It is not a zero number, it is that it's saying that from reference, if my reference uh, name is a first element, then I'm not going to move any from anywhere. So I'm moving on zero step. So from the first number. So if I'm saying this guy name is Salman, and I don't know about the other people name, so I may call other people that सलमान के बाजू में जो तीसरा आदमी खड़ा है वो आ जाओ. Okay, so Salman is my reference name. Okay, and I'm counting uh, uh, the third person from considering Salman as a 0, 1, and 2. So I always give a reference from a base, and I always call the information by taking a reference. So all these are number of steps here. So I'm saying from 1001 address onwards, I want to move and access the element from 1, 2, 3, and 4. And accordingly, it will display the info. So I'm going to show the something details regarding array initialization, okay, length of an array, and how you can use for each to looping an array, okay, by using for each group. So, and what are the different types of array here? Two-dimensional array is not there, it is called as a multi-dimensional array, because you can give take the n number of array size, but it is treated as a single array in a memory. Okay, and so there is no such concept like a multi-dimensional array according to the memory. All arrays treated as a single dimensional array. So we are going to see in the next class the different types of array, single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. And it is a representation which you are showing here. It is a two-dimensional, three-dimension, or four-dimension, or seven-dimension. But everything is stored in the form of what the single dimension in the memory. How it is, we will see with the help of debugging point. So I'm stopping here, and we will see in the next class how to handle an array and how the initialization is taking place.